Did you know that your garden can combat climate change? Quite a thought, isn't it? The truth is, every garden has the power to make a significant impact on our planet's health. Picture this, a conventional garden. It's beautiful, no doubt, but to keep it that way, we often rely on chemical fertilizers, pesticides, and excessive water. These practices, though common, aren't without consequences. They can contribute to soil degradation, water pollution, and the decline of beneficial insects and birds. Now let's shift our gaze to an eco-friendly garden. It's just as beautiful, if not more so. But the real beauty lies beneath the surface. This garden thrives without chemical inputs. It conserves water, promotes biodiversity, and even helps to reduce waste. But how does it do all that? And more importantly, how can your garden do the same? That's what we're here to explore. The journey to an eco-friendly garden starts with understanding the impact of our choices. Conventional gardening practices may offer quick results, but they often come at a high environmental cost. Chemical fertilizers, for instance, can run off into our waterways, causing harmful algal blooms. Pesticides, on the other hand, can harm beneficial insects, disrupting the natural balance of our ecosystems. But it doesn't have to be this way. By adopting sustainable practices, we can mitigate these impacts. Composting, for instance, can turn kitchen scraps into nutrient-rich soil. Rainwater harvesting can help us make the most of nature's resources. Choosing native plants can attract beneficial wildlife and reduce the need for watering and pest control. The benefits of eco-friendly gardening aren't just environmental, though. They're also economic. By reducing our reliance on purchased inputs, we can save money in the long run. And let's not forget the health benefits of spending time in nature, working with our hands, and knowing that we're doing our part for the planet. So how about it? Are you ready to transform your garden into a force for good? If so, you're in the right place. In the coming scenes, we'll delve deeper into each of these sustainable practices, providing practical tips and inspiration along the way. Every garden can make a difference. Let's discover how. What if we told you that your kitchen waste could be garden gold? That's right, folks. Those coffee grounds, vegetable peelings, and eggshells you usually throw away are actually precious resources for your garden. It's time to talk about composting, the miraculous process of turning waste into gold. Composting is like a magic trick, where you take something seemingly useless and transform it into something incredibly valuable. It's a fundamental part of sustainable gardening. And the best part, it's incredibly easy to do. Let's break it down. The first step is collecting kitchen scraps. Those fruit and vegetable peelings, coffee grounds, tea bags, and eggshells you would normally toss in the trash. Save them. These are the building blocks of your compost. Next, you need a compost bin. This can be as simple as a designated spot in your garden or a specific composting container. Then, you start adding your kitchen scraps, layering them with garden waste like grass cuttings or fallen leaves. Now, nature takes over. Over time, these scraps will decompose. The magic of composting is that it's not you doing the work. It's a whole army of microorganisms, worms, and insects. They're the ones transforming your waste into nutrient-rich compost, a process that's fascinating to watch in fast motion. And finally, the moment of truth, using your compost. Once it's broken down into a crumbly, dark material, it's ready to be added to your garden. This compost is a powerhouse of nutrients, and your plants will love it. It improves soil structure, provides food for your plants, and helps retain moisture, all without any chemicals. Composting is a win-win situation. You're reducing waste, creating a nutrient-rich soil conditioner, and it's all happening right in your own backyard. It's a sustainable, eco-friendly practice that's good for you, good for your garden, and good for the planet. And just like that, you've turned waste into a garden's treasure. So are you ready to start composting? Did you know you can save water and still have a lush garden? Water is a vital resource, and as gardeners, we have a responsibility to use it wisely. But how can we achieve that? Let's dive into some practical water conservation techniques. First off, consider installing a rain barrel. Rain barrels are an efficient way to collect and store rainwater that would otherwise be lost to runoff. This harvested water can be used to water your plants, cutting down on your water usage and saving you money on your water bill. Plus, plants love rainwater. Next, let's talk about drip irrigation. Unlike traditional sprinklers that spray water into the air, drip irrigation systems deliver water directly to the root zone of your plants. This reduces evaporation and ensures that the water goes exactly where it's needed. Not only does this save water, but it also promotes healthier plant growth. Choosing drought-resistant plants is another effective water-saving strategy. These hardy plants require less water to thrive, yet they can still add beauty and diversity to your garden. Look for plants native to your region, as they're typically well adapted to local rainfall patterns and soil conditions. Now, imagine a split-screen comparison. On one side, a garden is being watered excessively with a traditional hose or sprinkler system. Water is being wasted through evaporation, runoff, and inefficient watering practices. On the other side, a garden is flourishing using these water-saving techniques. Rainwater is being harvested, drip irrigation is providing targeted watering, and drought-resistant plants are thriving. The difference is clear. Not only does the eco-friendly garden look just as lush and vibrant, but it's also using a fraction of the water. That's a win for your plants, your wallet, and our planet. So let's rethink how we water our gardens. It's not about depriving our plants of water, but rather about using water more efficiently and responsibly. With these techniques, we can maintain beautiful, productive gardens while also conserving one of our most precious resources. Water is precious. Let's use it wisely in our gardens. How about inviting more guests to your garden party? In the world of eco-friendly gardening, biodiversity isn't just about having a variety of plants. It's about creating a vibrant ecosystem where various creatures, from birds and insects to other wildlife, can thrive. This makes your garden not just a feast for the eyes, but a haven for life. Imagine your garden buzzing with the sound of bees, the chirping of birds, and the rustling of leaves as small creatures scuttle around. Picture butterflies flitting from flower to flower, their vibrant wings a splash of color against the green. This is what a biodiverse garden looks, sounds, and feels like. So, how do we promote biodiversity? Well, variety is the spice of life, and in gardening, it's the key to a flourishing ecosystem. Planting a range of native plants that flower at different times of the year provides a consistent food source for pollinators. But it's not just about the plants. Consider creating habitats for wildlife. A small pond, for instance, can attract frogs, while a log pile could be a perfect home for beetles. Bird feeders and nesting boxes can also invite feathered friends to your garden. Now let's talk about the before and after. A conventional garden might look neat and orderly, but it's often a monoculture with one type of plant dominating the space. This doesn't leave much room for other species to thrive. But transform that same space into a biodiverse garden, and you'll see a dramatic change. Not only will there be a wider variety of plants, but you'll also see more birds, insects, and other wildlife. The benefits of this increase in biodiversity are numerous. It boosts the health of your garden, helps in pest control, and contributes to the overall well-being of our planet. So, are you ready to open your garden gate to more guests? Remember, every plant, every bird, every insect plays a crucial role in the grand scheme of things. A diverse garden is a thriving garden. Say goodbye to harmful chemicals, and hello to natural pest control. In our eco-friendly garden, we take pest control seriously, but that doesn't mean reaching for harsh chemicals. Instead, we encourage you to consider natural methods that are as kind to your garden as they are to Mother Earth. One great way to tackle pests naturally is by introducing beneficial insects to your garden. These helpful critters such as ladybugs, lacewings, and parasitic wasps are a natural enemy of many common pests. By encouraging these beneficial insects to make your garden their home, you're employing a powerful, natural pest control method. Plus, it's fascinating to watch these little heroes at work. But what if you're dealing with a more persistent pest problem? Well, it's time to roll up your sleeves and whip up your own organic pesticide. Don't worry, it's easier than you might think, and definitely more eco-friendly. A simple yet effective solution can be made using just garlic, onions, cayenne pepper, and water. When combined and sprayed onto your plants, this mixture can deter a variety of pests. And the best part, all these ingredients are likely already in your kitchen. Another eco-friendly pest control solution is a soap-based spray. A mixture of mild liquid soap and water can be used to combat soft-bodied insects like aphids and mites. Just remember to test a small area of your plants first to ensure no damage is caused. By using these natural pest control methods, you're not only protecting your precious plants, but also contributing to a healthier planet. You're reducing the amount of chemical pesticides that can seep into our soil and waterways, causing harm to our ecosystems. So why not give it a try? Embrace these natural pest control methods and observe the difference it makes to your garden and the environment. Natural pest control. Good for your garden, great for the earth.